So I washed my clothes last night, hardcore Vietnamese style, by hand. And now I'm going to go upstairs and dry them on the roof Vietnamese style. It's a bit of a cloudy day this morning. Lovely. Meanwhile, the woman and I went right downstairs just outside to pick up some fresh ingredients so that she can cook me some lunch before she went to work today. I just went out and got some Pepsi. This is my breakfast. I'm so sick of drinking water, I had to have something. Of course, I don't have diet, so I have to get regular Pepsi. I'm sure some of you will argue that it's better anyway. And the woman's going to bring me some fried rice later. Thank God. Hopefully in time for lunch. I'm starving. Just got hand delivered from the woman. She actually cooked fried rice. She actually cooked it with leftover rice, but that's okay. That's common to do that. Time to try it. It's kind of sticky. I love how it's kind of like toasted. Some parts of it are like toasted because it's stuck to the frying pan too long. But I love that. I love that texture when I bite into it and it's like crunchy. And while cooking a new batch of rice, I had to keep my eye on the rice cooker, which was problematic. This rice cooker, it wasn't keeping anything warm. Well, this morning, as you just saw, I cooked rice and then this button popped up and it says warm. Again, this is supposed to keep it warm after it's cooked. It's not warm at all. It's cold. So this thing definitely does not work. It will cook, but once it's done cooking, it can't keep anything warm. What a crock of crap. So I am breaking for a late lunch. I had to push down cook again just to see if this will warm up the rice a little bit. I hate having to go downstairs just to heat up the food. But this is stuff that the woman had cooked. Some broth. Broth is huge here with plain white rice. Here we have more broth. And the grand finale is, look at that, chicken. Oh my gosh. I really don't deserve this. Like, this is gonna be my wife? And can you hear that? It's definitely cracking and popping, so when I press down on the cook button, it does seem to work. I can hear it cooking. I can even feel a little bit of heat. It just won't keep it warm. So the problem here is that I have to keep my eye on this if I wanted to heat this up. So the cook works, warm does not. After filling up my belly, I finally got my ass back to work for the day. I had to do some last-minute changes and adjustments before my comic book, The Switch, went to print. 2, 3. A few hours later in the early evening, I wanted to take advantage of the empty stomach by doing a quick workout in my room of quads before I got dinner. And it's finally dinner time. My cousin Nguyen drives me just a few blocks down to the fast food joint known as Lotteria so we can both have dinner. The inside was pretty packed, but eventually we had no problems finding a table. Can't we smile? Why We both ordered the same thing, a Big Star combo meal with a Coke. I found this odd contraption taped to the bag. Turns out it was a sweet seasoning that you just pour into the bag of French fries and you just shake it all up. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this taste and I prefer my fries a little more salty. The Big Star burger itself is basically a McDonald's Big Mac ripoff, and boy did I love it. At a lot of these Vietnamese fast food joints, you don't get cups to put your ketchup in, you get little discs.
I'm electric, insomnic, from Arctic. Just another wannabe scat night John.
Got my clothes from upstairs, they seem to be dry, so gonna fold them. And as wonderful as Lotteria was earlier, eventually I had to pay the price at night.
Dance.